So when the Minnesota Vikings landed edge rusher extraordinaire Yannick Ngakoue, a lot of people wondered, so why so little in trade compensation? Like, why is this so cheap? You know, a second and a conditional fifth. It's like when you come across discount sushi or clearance sushi. Like, I don't know, man. What's going on here? Right? And also, why didn't the Jaguars break out the Myles Garrett, the Khalil Mack type money if he is so damn good, right? Which he is. He is a phenomenal pass rush specialist. But there is a couple reasons. Number one, like we said, Yannick is phenomenal at rushing the quarterback. Even with lower production the past 2 seasons after being continually double and triple team after his 2017 Pro Bowl season, dude, his speed rush is absolutely untouchable. It's phenomenal, and he'll pair well with Danielle Hunter as well as Afadio Denebo. Reason number 2, Yannick is only phenomenal at rushing the quarterback. I mean, he is not about that run defense life, but also, what else do you really expect from an undersized defensive end? Like really, like I understand, like he wasn't about the run defense life at Maryland. Potentially one of the reasons why he slipped down to the 3rd round in the 2016 draft. Also, he hasn't been about the run defense life in the NFL. Like he's recorded PFF run defense grades of 51.6, 59, 55.3, as well as 29.5. Since coming into the league, which is not ideal. And yes, guys can change their stripes. They can pick up and acquire new skills. They can add size and strength, which is the easiest thing to do in the NFL. You look at Afadio Denebo, who came in as an undersized defensive end as well, really put on some nice size and established himself on the interior last season. I think that's going to be part of his role again this year as well. But also with Yannick, like, what do you really expect from a 6'2", 246-pound edge rusher? Like really, like especially one that typically lines up as a wide 9 technique and as an outside speed rusher for days. I mean that's his bread and butter. Not really many in breaking pass rush moves. Definitely not a bull rush. So what do? It's like, all right, you want to slow him down, you just run the ball at him, wear him out a little bit, as well as, since he's lining up so wide so frequently, that left tackle, left guard 3 hole is going to be open all day, right? So the Colts had this issue for a number of years when they had 2 fast, undersized defensive ends in the Tony Dungy defense with Dwight Freeney and Robert Mathis, is that teams would try to neutralize them by just running power at them continually, but also that's dictating your offensive strategy to try and target one of their defensive players. I mean, obviously the defense will compensate for that, and the Colts did under Dungy. Won a Super Bowl with it. Probably should have won 2, but stupid Saints. But actually, no, in 2009, the Vikings would have beat that Colts team by like 50. But yeah, whatever. But is this that big of an issue? Not really. Is this like a caveat emptor, bought a lemon? No, not really. Like, yes, us Vikings fans have gotten used to defensive ends who are monsters against the run, as well as great getting after the quarterback. You look at Afadi and Danielle. Danielle Hunter might be the best run defensive end in the NFL. He really might be. As well as Everson Griffin, B-Rob are both very willing against the run, as well as Jared Allen was. Okay. I mean, Jared was great at getting after the quarterback. Was he really about that run defense life? I mean, would I put him in the same category as Danielle and Everson and B-Rob? Maybe, maybe not. Still love the hell out of 69, but but in the grand scheme of things, is it that important that Yannick is a pass rush specialist and not really that great against the run? Not really. That's why I don't think that the addition of Yannick necessarily impacts Afadi that much. I'm still very bullish on 95's contributions this year. But, Yannick, he's not really a 3-down player. Like early downs, running downs, having Afadi at edge does make sense. And then you get into passing situations. You ramp up the usage of Yannick, as well as kick Afadi inside. You got some NASCAR packages, get after it right there. As well as, Yannick he's only a 4-3 hand-in-the-dirt defensive end, or at least that's where he's been primarily successful. 4 years in Jacksonville, 1 year at Maryland. Yes, he did play some stand-up linebackers first 2 seasons at Maryland, but he's not really agile enough to be an off-ball linebacker. Like if the Vikings do incorporate some 3-4 looks, which has been alluded to by Dom Capers and Mike Zimmer and Andre Patterson, maybe some stand-up outside linebacker would make a little bit of sense there. But, I mean, are we really going to be mad about a role player or a situational player racking up 80 pressures and 14 and a half sacks? If Yannick puts up that stat line and then you'd be like, well, he's bad on 1st and 10 against David Montgomery, people really gonna be that mad? Nah, I don't think so. So just keep that in mind. Like Yannick, I don't think he's necessarily all of a sudden in year 5 going to become a Danielle Hunter or an Fadio Denebo against the run. I don't necessarily see that happening, but also he doesn't have to. Like the Vikings brought him in to do one thing: get after the passer's ass, and he'll do that, and he'll be phenomenal at it. End of story. So there you go. All right, your thoughts? Yannick Ngakoue's one weakness. And I don't mean like Doritos, which is everyone's weakness. Let us know in the comments section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work, pull some of the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.